Today is April the 19th, 2024. And yes, I'm very aware that these crocs are going to trigger some of you. In this journal entry, I want to talk about happiness. And I have no right, no credibility, no qualifications to be able to speak on this topic. But who cares? I'm just going to talk about it because, as Bon Jovi says, it's my life and it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just want to live while I'm alive. It's your life too. You can do what you want. Now, when it comes to happiness, there are three words that sometimes we don't think connects to happiness, but I truly believe it does. The word discovery, the word exploration, and the word adventure. When I reflect on my life, and I try to think about the moments where I'm the most happy, I'm usually exploring, I'm usually feeling a sense of adventure, and I'm usually I'm usually exploring, feeling a sense of adventure, and feeling a sense of discovery. And I can tell you now that there was a period of my life where I moved to the US. So you may not know this about me, but in 2017, I made a big decision with my wife. My son was only 2 months old at the time, and I said to my wife, I said to Pei Wen, I said, listen, I know this is madness. I know that I have not been a keynote speaker for very long. That was my profession. And do you want to go to the US and try to start the career from scratch? I don't know anybody. I don't have any connections. Do you want to do it? Move countries where we have no support, no mom and dad to help, no family, no friends? And my wife is a badass. She's like, hell to the yeah, let's do it. So we moved to the US. And it was one of the most wonderful periods when we were there for the first year. I was so happy when we first moved to America. Why? Because I was exploring a whole new country. You know, when we were driving around in Southern California, every day when we would drive, we're like, wow, look at how big that shopping mall is. We come from South Australia, Adelaide, and everything here is really small. Our city is tiny, right? So we were driving around Southern California. We're like, do you realize that there are 40 million people who live in Southern California and Australia as a country has only 20 million people? So that sense of exploration and adventure, it was so amazing. Even the flight to the US, it was an adventure. You know, we found Legoland down near San Diego. We found that there was Disneyland, and there were all these incredible places that we could go and visit. And the sense of joy and the sense of happiness that we had in that first year was just so immense. And we're also just discovering new things all the time. You know, we never really had Mexican food at the level that they have it in America. It was delicious, right? There were so many different cultures that we experienced and so many new things to explore and discover. And then I also think about my life when I'm not feeling that happy at times. And sometimes I'm missing those three ingredients: discovery, exploration, and adventure. Because there's also been times in my life where you feel kind of flat and you don't feel good with where you're at. And again, if I reflect upon those moments of my life, one particular moment stands out. And again, see, this is the weird part, right? I was in the US, but this was about 4 years after, and I was still in the US. But I was no longer exploring anything. I was no longer going on any adventures. And I was no longer discovering anything new because I'd gotten into a rhythm. And the rhythm was just work. And then the moment I did that, for me, this is just me speaking for me here, once I got into that rhythm and I lost those three ingredients, then I found myself no longer enjoying myself and not having a good time. And what once used to bring me so much happiness and joy now didn't. As you go on this journey, and as you seek happiness, think about how those three ingredients could help you along the way: discovery, adventure, and exploration. I'm going to continue to keep those three words in the forefront of my mind as I try to find more happiness in my life, in every chapter that I'm in. What do you think? And these crocs look fantastic, damn it.